Hello again, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to have a look at the 303 Savage cartridge. It actually began as the 30 Savage. The 303 Savage is not to be confused with the 303 British. In 1895, the 303 Savage was in the running to be a potential military round. That bid was not successful, but the cartridge became quite popular as a hunting round, even though it was ballistically close to the 30-30 Winchester. Some hunters claimed it was superior to the Winchester round because the 303 Savage was available in a 190 grain factory loading, which they claimed had better penetration on game. The other factor that would give it an edge was the rifle itself for this round. The fact that the gun had a rotary magazine meant that Spitzer bullets could be used, giving a better coefficient, which is the efficiency of a bullet in flight, instead of a flat or round nose bullet that had to be used in tubular magazines to reduce the risk of a chain fire in the tube. Just as a demonstration to show you what would happen in a tubular magazine, that doesn't look too good, but with the flat nose bullets or the round nose bullets in the case of the 303 Savage or the 30-30, that would not set a primer off where these might. According to records, the 303 Savage rifle always took a 30 caliber standard 308 bullet, but ammunition manufacturers varied, even to the point of 311 bullets made by Remington. Measurements of bullets from factory loads around World War II were anywhere from 308 to 310. Some of the ammo companies stated that the tighter metal case bullets would give higher velocities and accuracy. The ammo still can be found occasionally at shows and auctions from time to time. 303 Savage brass is sometimes available from Norma or Privy Partisan when they do a run. The 303 Savage, like the 30-30, was never a black powder round. The rifle I have for this cartridge is the Savage 1899. It has signs of much use, but it still shoots fine. The round is fairly gentle to shoot and even more comfortable at the range using lighter bullets and loads. The gun, as I mentioned, has a rotary magazine with a counter. That counter made it ahead of its time and wasn't really appreciated back then. Just an aside on the history and ingenuity of Arthur William Savage. His father was a special commissioner to the West Indies, and Arthur was born in Kingston, Jamaica. In the 1880s, Arthur moved to Australia, where he married and had a family. He became the owner of the largest cattle ranch in Australia. He sold it a few years later and bought a coffee plantation back in Jamaica. Eventually, he moved to Utica, New York, and he worked in a gun factory there. Savage and his son began designing guns of their own, and soon the Model 95 was developed. Savage also designed a torpedo, which was adopted by the Brazilian military. In 1901, Savage formed a tire company. He eventually invented the radial tire, an invention that had been credited to a large European company. I believe he even built lawnmowers. His achievements go on and are worth reading about in more depth. Sadly, in 1938, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer and died by suicide rather than die a slow, painful death. He was 81 years of age. Thanks for watching. See you again.